So I'll share a funny but not so funny personal story with you that this comment triggered in my mind. It says, my dad showed me his When I Die file. I was so grateful the day I needed it. And so, as I mentioned in one of my previous videos, we should all have the Drop Dead file or the When I Die file. Usually goes really well with your trust so that your successor trustee knows where to pick up and start administering your assets. So the story goes like this. My dad passed away about 3.5 years ago, unexpectedly. And I don't know if he knew something was going on, but maybe it was just coincidence. So I was over at his house about 2 days before he passed away. And we're just talking, and he goes to his closet where he had all of his books, his book collection, which was pretty extensive. He pulls out this book and he says, hey, listen, if anything ever happens to me, there's an envelope in this book and it has a significant amount of cash in it. The day something happens to me, make sure your mom gets this. And I totally was not paying attention. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. When you die, there's a book, there's money. Fine. Thanks for letting me know. Didn't think anything of it. 3 days later, he drops dead. And so very crushing to me because we had such a tight relationship that night I go to his house and I remembered that he said there's this book with a lot of money in it and make sure your mom gets it. So I meander into his closet and I'm looking at like $300. And I was like, you've got to be shitting me. I wasn't paying attention to what book he told me the money was in. So I'm like a big blob of tears and I'm sitting in his closet, like just literally pulling one book after another off the shelf and like fanning out the pages, looking for which one had an envelope with a bunch of money in it. And of course, Murphy's Law, it's one of the last ones I pulled off the shelf. But it was kind of an interesting story. So I guess maybe the moral of this story is for you guys. If your parent tells you where their drop dead file is or where there are valuables or whatever, pay attention. You probably won't need it 3 days later, but at some point you are going to need it. And if you have put it out of your mind and dismissed the details of that conversation, you're probably going to kick yourself in the ass and wish you had paid attention. So use my tragedy for your gain, as always, and have a great day.